Good morning, folks. JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now, Eagle 8 HD, over the scene of a hazardous chemical spill on the Selmon Connector in Tampa. You can see Tampa Fire Rescue examining this tanker that is the focus of the chemical spill, the hazardous chemical spill on the Selmon Connector that has been forced to be shut down as a result of the chemical spill. The truck route is open on the connector to I-4. But it will be closed as the spill is contained. So you can see here Tampa Fire Rescue examining the tanker unit, and we do not know what chemical has spilled out on the Selmon Connector. We're awaiting more details from you. Hello, by the way, to everybody joining us on WFLA Now. We're awaiting more details here, but obviously this is a traffic alert for the Tampa Bay area for folks traveling this Friday, December 3rd, 2021. The time now 11:26 in the morning. If you're traveling in the area, of course, be advised that you cannot take the Selmon Connector to I-4 until the spill is contained and until they clean up what they have. You can see there the discoloration. Let's go here full screen. You can see the discoloration on the connector itself. See where it's darker near where the Tampa Fire Rescue personnel are standing, and the one is walking over there right now in the center of your screen. That is believed to be the chemical spill, and we don't know why the chemical spill occurred, what led to the tanker losing some of its the chemical cargo that it was carrying. You can see it's near that overhang. That's a familiar sort of marking point on the highway itself that commuters that go through this area frequently might recognize as Eagle 8 HD over the Selmon Connector to I-4, where a chemical spill has forced the shutdown of traffic that is having to be detoured. And there you can see some of that chemical spill. We don't know what the chemical is. That's, of course, the big question, but hazardous enough that they have to clean up the highway before they can reopen it to drivers. Of course, the primary focus is going to try to be to open up the highway before the evening commute, as our photographer in Eagle 8 HD kind of zooming in on some of the surrounding area. Likely just getting a white balance. Some of the commenters joining us on WFLA Now. Very kind comment from Amy. Thanks for your comment, Amy. I do see them, as we do here interactively on WFLA Now. I read the comments that are coming in, and of course looking for the hashtag AJB comments. So thank you to Amy. And then to Cliff asking, so we don't know what the material is. We don't know what the chemical is at this time. There have been some in the comment section saying, could it be gasoline? Could it be fuel of some kind? Tankers, of course, could be transporting a lot of different types of chemicals or materials. So we don't know what this liquid was that leaked out. And also, we don't know why it leaked out. One of the things I was thinking about when we first began this stream, when Eagle 8 HD arrived at the scene, was, okay, are we talking about something that leaked out over an extended period of highway? Is there a chance that it was worse in this area? But if the tanker was leaking out chemical over a long stretch of highway, that's of course a much larger problem, and they would have to clean up a much larger stretch of highway. But we are really focused in here on the area where the tanker is parked off the side of the connector, as we look at a lot of Tampa fire rescue personnel getting out the hoses and likely going to try to wash away as much of this chemical as possible, chemical that, again, leaked out onto the Selmon Connector to I-4 here in Tampa. Again, JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now, December 3rd, 2021. Happy Friday, everybody joining us. We're following a hazardous chemical spill on the Selmon Connector to I-4. This is a road that frequently gets used by drivers here in the Tampa Bay area, of course, as really we could say about any roadway that connected to I-4 or I-275 or I-75 in the Tampa Bay area. This is just the frequent thoroughfares that get used by drivers in our section of Florida. Hope that everybody is having a good Friday. I see Essie, Godfrey, Melissa, and others joining us. Pauline joining us in the Facebook Live comment section. Hope everyone's having a great Friday and hope everyone has an excellent weekend. We're live with Eagle 8 HD. If you look up in the sky over the Selmon Connector right now, you'll see a chopper making the rounds around this particular section of highway, and the reason being is we have a hazardous chemical spill. Looks like if I'm not mistaken, the tanker's moving. So the tanker might be pulling up to allow for there to be more room for them to now begin the cleanup process. So the tanker, you can see hazards on, moving in that emergency lane towards the left of the connector, and they're moving him forward. You can also see that overhead entryway to, or access area to the tank itself. Don't know, can't see if that is currently open or closed or accessible, but that is the tanker that we're talking about as far as this hazardous chemical spill, a chemical that we haven't been able. Let's see if we can check in and see if there's any new information. Not seeing any new information. Big shout out to the folks at Tampa Fire Rescue and the folks that manage the Tampa Fire Rescue Twitter account. They do a great job as far as keeping the public updated with information on closures, on situations such as what you're looking at. You can see Eagle 8 HD really zooming in here and trying to focus in on looks like a lot of bags of sand on the highway as the cleanup process is now going to begin. And again, the big focus is going to be getting this open for the roads midday on a Friday. Of course, is going to have a moderate to heavy amount of traffic. That's not unexpected for the Tampa Bay area. A lot of people trying to get a move on for their weekend plans, whether they're heading east towards Orlando or whether people are heading more towards the beaches, heading towards the Tampa Bay area. You're going to get a good amount of traffic this time of day, but you're going to get a lot of traffic beginning at around 3:30 when we have a lot of folks using the Selmon Connector here to Interstate 4. And again, I-4, the main thoroughfare between Orlando and Tampa, the Tampa Bay area. So don't know what the timeline is for folks asking, is this going to be cleaned up by the time that the evening commute gets underway, the afternoon commute gets underway? We don't know. We haven't been given a timeline, but without question, you would like to see this section of road and on the Selmon Connector opened up in time for that very busy late afternoon commute that we have on Fridays. Really, it's earlier on Fridays. People usually getting out a little bit earlier on a Friday than they would a Monday through Thursday. So traffic usually starts to build up as early as really 3 o'clock. So we'll be keeping an eye on Tampa Fire Rescue for any updates on when they hope to reopen the connector here to Interstate 4 on the Selmon Expressway. Eagle 8 HD, we're being told, leaving the scene now, folks. The very latest for you on WFLA.com, the WFLA app. If I don't talk to you, have a great weekend, everybody, here in the Tampa Bay area.